right, so maybe you cheated a little this weekend, right? Well, no fear. It's Get Back in Gear Monday, and we're talking about how to eat right, how to exercise correctly. So we have celebrity nutritionist and fitness expert Mark McDonald, who always knows the answers to all of our questions. Mark, good to see you. You know, people have been writing into us to ask you, and they're simple questions, but so many people wonder about them. Like, for example, our first question is, if you're out of shape, how do you even start? What is that first step? Sometimes that can be the hardest part.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we think it's a plan you have to do, but actually it's your mindset. You know, people have goals. They want to lose weight, but you have to ask yourself, why do you want to lose weight? Not just losing it, but what's your payoff from that? See, I'm a dad. The reason why I want to make my health work is so I have the energy to be with my son, to be the best husband, the best father, to be able to play Sky Zone with him, to go to the soccer field. So that makes me want to get in the game. So you have to ask yourself, what's your why? And then you need the tools. So go to our Facebook page, and then we have a blueprint that sets you up to win with actually what you should be eating, how you should be exercising, so you can implement the strategies.
And I like that because that why you can keep going back to. When you lose a little bit of that motivation, you go back to, why am I doing this in the first place?
It's your anchor. When you fall off plan, is it strong enough to pull you back on? Because everyone falls off.
Everyone does, and it's okay. And you get back on. So another question, Jim a Tiger. Is it beneficial to buy that expensive workout gear and shoes? Because I know there are some yoga pants that are $100.
Yeah, I love equipment. So a lot of times we think equipment doesn't matter. It does. Like, for example, look at my little shoes. These are by Vibram. They're 5 fingers, and they activate more muscle fiber. So when I walk in these, they're so strong. When I do weight training, when I'm walking around like whitewater, like an amusement park or something like that, you can do that. But running in these, I wouldn't run in these. I'd go to like a foot store, a running store, and actually get measured to make sure you have the proper attire. So
there are certain things you should spend money on, like shoes. What about clothes?
Yes. So when you talk about the yoga pants, it's more stretching, more reliable, more durable. It breathes better so you don't sweat. So spending money on quality gear matters. I love compression shirts. Like Under Armour makes great ones, and it keeps your muscles tight so it prevents injuries. So really spend the money because it's going to allow you to have more fun and be better.
Yeah, well, that's some good advice there. Okay, Yvonne asks, treadmill versus outdoor, running or walking, I'm assuming, Yvonne, which is better for you?
Well, so I think mentally we like being outside better, right? So I think outdoors is always going to be better if you can duplicate the scenario on the treadmill. So if you're walking on a flat surface, you recruit less muscle fiber than if you're walking on a treadmill at an incline. So find some hills around your neighborhood, get the right running shoes, have the right gear so you don't get any rashes when you walk, and go for it. Outside's always going to be better. Plus, with the sun, you get some extra vitamin D.
And just the oxygen, you feel so much better, too. Okay, so you talk a lot about sugar and salt during the 8-week run. So why do you have such an emphasis on salt? Why is that such a no-no?
So sodium, when every gram of sodium you take in, which is salt, it actually holds water. That causes inflammation. The more inflamed you are, the less your body circulates. It affects your digestive system, how you mobilize fat. So the less salt, the better. You need some, but not a ton.
I love this question because you always hear this. Count your calories, but you say not so much. It's not necessarily what you take in and what you take out, right?
Yeah, we were just talking, Hannah and I were talking about how when she was going to have a big meal, she would starve herself all day, eat that meal, and then not eat any more because she was saving her calories. Your body doesn't work like that. Your body is a feed as it goes machine. So you actually have to feed it consistently. So it's not about calories in versus calories out. It's about making sure that you keep your blood sugar balanced by eating in threes. Every 3 hours, a little bit of protein, fat, carbohydrates, which will get you some calories, that stabilizes your blood sugar by releasing your stored fat. So let go of the calorie mindset and focus on eating mini meals throughout the day.
Mini meals, that's the
biggest
key.
thing.
We had this conversation right before Thanksgiving. You were like, no, don't starve yourself. Okay, a common question we always hear, and Lauren asks this, how early and late can I eat? There's sort of a no rule, no after 6 p.m. rule. Is that applicable? I'm like, 6 p.m., that's early.
I had a friend tell me that the sun goes down, you can't eat. I said, why is that? They said, I don't know. This is why I love questions. I love rapid fire because we hear things and we think it's the truth. And there's no physiological proof it's the truth. Your body is a refuel as it goes machine, just like I just shared. So you need to eat within an hour upon waking as soon as possible. If you're not hungry, just eat a half meal. Could be like a half a protein bar. And you can eat within an hour upon bedtime. What you want to do is you want to minimize that gap between when you go to bed and when you wake up. The longer that gap is, the slower your body's going to burn fat.
Something that I read that I was really surprised by is you should always eat before and after a workout, and it really matters what you eat. It's not just eat.
Yes.
What should do you eat before and after a workout?
So first thing is you need a protein, a fat, and a carbohydrate. Those are your 3 essential nutrients. And then you want quality. So a protein, it could be whatever protein you like, some chicken, some turkey. If you're plant-based, could be some hemp. A fat could be some avocado or almonds. And then some carbohydrates could be some fruits, some vegetables, or some good complex carbs like oatmeal or quinoa. And just a little bit. So you should never be full. If you're full, your blood sugar spike and you're storing fat. If you're starving, you're burning muscle and slowing down your metabolism. So you should be ready to eat when it's time to eat and satisfied after.
See, you guys, we can eat. You don't starve yourself.
No,
Mark
you have
McDonald, always some great
Thanks,
information. Thanks so much.